Residency Estate is a gated community located in Olyundum, proudly developed by Swami India, perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one: your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
Stop ATM card, checkbook requests, and PIN change. Our real-time gross settlement allows the customer to instruct the bank to transfer funds from their account to another account at another bank. Our expertise and experience in international banking is both legendary and the envy of the market. Retail banking. One bank, different amazing packages. Whether you are interested in savings account, current account, time or fixed deposit account, lending or overdraft, our team of dedicated staff is always ready and happy to help you out with your transactions as you wish. Corporate banking. Trust Bank offers the most convenient services for deposit accounts, credit facilities, trade finance, bond and guarantee, and foreign currency account. With e-banking, you can make electronic bill payments and online banking and enjoy 24-hour access to your money without ATM. With the largest network of branches and agents, we give you the convenience to receive funds as you please. We are Trust Bank because we take pride in satisfying every customer's financial needs.
Ngaro na la wato kumata bak asira linga da fo ko nyu founding kila
hey elafta maboro la bag kalpo efa igiso eseo na yuna jang ibadin kilalto kati yuna wallet ibe falindiro ke kan sandiri nyat
ni la yuna wallet o si muna fanno tulo yabo mano kandrin ni fenja ma jama isi sanno la yona wallet o kono yalla kamo soto ila wallet o kono
alkana la konda no tay ka yuna wallet anatan tolle rukan na balwo fanondi abe sona yaren ko bulu podo nela mobile scan yo science ise maboro ke wato men diate
ko be sandro ke fangole ba ko ba ke kan dimbalem isi ñu lonko e sandro se yona enterprise wato wati ani la yona wallet ona ibe lan kamo soto kay la wallet o kono
alina natafun nanyi yuna dimbayal tan kasandiro ke yuna biti foto alinga kata nyin ko kentat na sulo fon lolu sisandiro kije se maboro fanan keje
moro jundiana nyum ko di mabal ni kadeda
Welcome to another edition of our show. Today is Thursday, 1st February. We're already in February. The year is going so fast. And again, it's going to be another Thursday. And of course, we will be talking to officials of the National Road Authority. I mean, this show came about when I tried to come to my office, and it took me hours to get here. And then talking to so many other people, you could see the frustration from so many Gambians. I'm sure a lot of you out there experiencing traffic congestions, especially around the Brusubi area. And of course, to talk about all of this, we have the Managing Director of the National Road Authority, Mr. Sanyang. Welcome to the show for the first time.
Thank you very much.
We had Mr. Mane here the other day, so it was not a good show because we are not a big fan of the Operation Clear the Roads. But yeah, it's good to have you here. And of course, I have Alhagie Darboe. Alhagie is Principal Engineer, NRA, and also he's the coordinator of the Battle Hardened Highway Project. Mr. Darboe, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fatou. Happy to be here today.
Can we accept that you guys came in late because of traffic congestion? That's the reason why we're starting late, right? Because there was traffic congestion.
No.
What happened? What kept you down?
We're having a budget meeting, honestly, not about the traffic.
So it's not the traffic?
No, definitely not.
So you guys don't go through the traffic congestion that we go through? Are you guys going through a different route?
If taking the bypass and then through here, it was easy.
It was easy?
To access this place. It was very, very easy.
But first, I want us to look at the roads projects. I mean, I've always said, look, development doesn't come easy. You know, we all know when we try to develop, you know, there will be some hurdles. But first, let's look at this road project itself. What does it entail before we come to what we're facing right now? What does it entail?
Well, you can see it's an urban road project. Congestion is always an issue in developing countries. Gambia is no exception. Of course, we only have one main road leading to Brikama from Banjul. Yeah. And this is another alternative route that goes into Brikama and connects into the airport from Sting Corner. So an important piece of infrastructure for us. So it's a road project, an urban road project. People need to understand that. And of course, with all these road projects, the intention is to move people as fast as they can from their origin to their destination. So that's the intention of road projects, and this one is no exception. So that's what we intend to do. Hopefully, when it's built and finished, we will achieve those objectives. But people need to understand that the road is under construction at the moment. It's not even handed over to us as an authority to manage. So it's, of course, opening it now is useful to do that. And we intend to keep it open because the alternative of closing while construction is happening could be more of an issue to the public in terms of their travel needs. So that's where we are. So it's a road project. Basically, people need to understand it's under construction at the moment. It's not finished yet.
So what is the timeline? When are we looking at having this particular project phase out completed?
I think I'll hand over to Mr. Darboe, but I know the answers, but he is the project engineer, so he's
exactly.
As the engineer, first, let's look at the project itself. A lot of critics say this from the start is a bad planning. I mean, it doesn't really reflect, there were no considerations as to the exits, the bypasses and others. In fact, I remember, I don't know whether you were on that show when we had Jesus, the police commissioner at the Lamin Cham show, and he raised some concerns, traffic concerns, which we are seeing right now. To those who said from the beginning, at the concept of the road, the conceptualizing of the roads, you guys didn't get it right. The planning was wrong from the beginning. What would you say to those people?
Thank you, Fatou. I think those people, maybe they might not know the detail of this project. That's why they said the concept is wrong. But if you look at Battle Hardened Highway project, and, we used to this one-lane road in this country. But Battle Hardened Highway is going to be a 6-lane road from airport to Sting Corner. I mean, people are used to taking shortcuts from one junction to another. But we think in doing that, we're going to make the movement of the people slow. That's why we create intersections where people can go maybe 2-3 kilometers and take a turn and then go to your destination quickly. Because we don't want to create a lot of exits along Battle Haddon, because Battle Haddon is built as an express road. So as my MD said, so that people can move from one place to another quickly.
Maybe I need to chip in here. I've worked over 35 years in this industry, and most of this has been overseas. So I've traveled the world over. My last 12 years was in the Middle East, where I headed consulting engineers, Atkins, internationally renowned consultants, their operations in the Middle East on transportation. So I worked on several projects like this, and I'm sure you traveled overseas. In such a road like Battle Haddon Highway, if the intention is moving people fast on the road, so we should not be encouraging a lot of intersection points. Any intersection point that you open on a road is a potential source of conflict. People need to understand that. Because, for example, a 4-lane junction has more movement and conflict points than a T-road, T-junction. So you open up a roundabout, on any intersection, you create more conflict points. People need to understand this first. That's a basic rule in terms of intersection points. Now, you know the Westfield Road, isn't it?
Yes.
We have several openings in it.
Yes.
It's slowing traffic down. Do they want a repeat of that on Battle Haddon Highway? This is the choice people need to understand. Is that what they are asking for?
But I think for me, Mike, from Senegambia to Brusubi, Turntable, no exit. I haven't seen any exit as I drove today, this afternoon. And I'm thinking, those people who need to exit along the line to go to their homes or any other areas, they are forced to go all the way to Brusubi to turn around and come back to where they are. Doing that, you're forcing everybody to Brusubi Turntable because there's no exit in any of these sites. And then you're forcing people to go all the way. Instead of reducing traffic, you're putting more pressure on the Turntable and on Senegambia because there's no exit on both sides. And this is what is happening on the Sukuta-Jabang Highway also. And what we have seen is increased number of cars in these areas. And it's not slowing, it's not making the traffic easy, even though we have the but it's not stopping. Why did you look at that also as a...
A good point, Fatou. Thanks for that question again. And I can delve into that as well, and I can explain that as well. Between Senegambia Junction and Brusubi Turntable is just 4 kilometers. So, in any urban road network, in any country, that's normal for people to do that amount of kilometers and come around. So it's basically, if you're coming from the center, in between these places, it's 2 kilometers either side. Okay? That's the first thing. Now, when you talk about people going to where they want to go, so he's talking about people on the opposite side of the road. For example, if you're coming from Senegambia and you live on the opposite side of the road, in Bijilo, those are the people who do the turning movements.
Or you need access business around those areas.
Yeah, so those are the people who need the turning movement to come back. But if you are on any side, on the right-hand side, you can leave, isn't it? Exits. Yeah, that's not a point. So that's where we're getting at. Now, just to sort of assure the public again, a phase 3 is coming on Battle Haddon. There was a press conference that I did, well, not a press conference, but a press briefing that I did about 4 weeks ago in the office.
Yes.
And I spoke about Battle Haddon phase 3. This is on QTV as well. There's a phase 3 coming. With all these projects, there are teething problems, what they call teething problems. When you open up anything as a new thing, people experience problems. Those things can settle down depending on how you educate people on using the road, okay? So now this road has opened. We all see the problems around the roundabout. It's evident, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's for everybody to see. The thing with road building or road construction is, it's not utilities, it's not hidden. It's people see it. So people are feeling the pressure at the moment. Again, it's good to come in a forum like this where people will hear us explain these things to them. I was on West Coast Radio yesterday in the morning program, and I explained some few things to people. People need to understand that there are alternative routes that you can use to make your journey more pleasant and less time consuming. Okay? I'll give you a typical example. You're coming from Senegambia end, and you want to go to Tangier, Brufut, and all those ends. So you come to Brusubi turntable, you want to turn right and go to Tangier. What is wrong with using the flyover? At taking the first exit from the flyover, it takes you to everywhere in Brusubi. You take up the second exit at Willinkama Junction, it takes you to Tangier and everywhere else. People need to understand that the shortest journey from A to B is not necessarily what you do every day. If things change, you need to change and plan your journey better. So there are alternative routes that you can use to make your journey more pleasurable and less time consuming. Okay? So that's what we are trying to tell people. Think about alternatives. Okay? And it will work. Now the problem in Brusubi Junction, some of the problems, again, as I said, this thing happened. We don't sit back as National Roads Authority just to look at things happening. Yeah. It's our responsibility and our mandate to ensure that these roads are used safely. People can go and use it from origin to destination in the shortest possible time and in a very safe manner. Okay? We started this yesterday, actually. When this thing happened yesterday, we sent a team out there. We said, go and study what's happening at this junction. We think we know. But we say, go and study this. And still, we study in these things.
What do you think is the reason for the congestion?
That's what I'm coming at.
Okay,
I'm just coming to explain that to you. I'm just coming to explain to you.
Go ahead.
Where in the world have you seen a junction, which is a market and a car park? That's what is here. It's a market and it's a car park. There's a car park going to Tangier. There's a car park going to Suguta. Taxis are parked all over the place. Vendors are all over the place. Crossing the road at any point. I mean, that will not work in any world. That's what we have at Brusubi Junction. Do you know why they're not using the flyover? Because they are picking passengers at ground level.
Because that's their source of income.
Well, yes,
when you make when you as engineers, when you are doing these designs, you make provisions for that. For example, someone was telling me people coming from Senegambia or Sukuta or the other side, all going to, if you're going to Brufut, we all come at the same place. For example, if the road was a little wider towards the petrol station, do you know that the deviation will be before the underground of the bridge, right? But it seems like everybody meets at the same place. That's why there's congestion, even apart from the taxis. Because the space is too small, everybody stays there because everyone is going to the same direction. Some are come from Sukuta, some are from, everybody is meeting at the same junction. Engineers would have said, let's move the petrol station a little in and have a deviation starting further down. That way you can divert people going to that end instead of having everybody meeting at the same junction. So a lot of people say, is that not a bad planning?
No, that's the point I'm getting at. Okay. That's the point I'm getting at. I think perhaps the point is being missed.
Okay.
And I probably repeat myself again.
Okay.
You cannot have an intersection where is a road, principally a road like this, with a flyover on it, and you have people selling just near the road and attracting people, because what they are providing a service. They are selling to people. That automatically attracts customers to come and buy the item that you have for sale. So you are creating an environment which is pedestrian dominated, like a market, in a place where vehicles are supposed to be using the junction. That is wrong. You don't see that anywhere. Then you have taxis parking. As I said to you, when you go into Tangier from the roundabout, you turn right, going towards Tangier. You have car parks all over this King Baker shopping. And what they do is block the traffic. You go to the opposite end going towards Sukuta, on your right hand side, they are full there. And there's a taxi car. They have a car park just near. They have a dedicated car park there, which they could use. On the Sukuta Jabang Road also, further down, I'm going towards Tangier, they have a car park just further down. Let them go and use their car parks. If people want to use the cars, let them go and take it from the car parks. But you cannot stand at the roundabout and you're waiting for your taxis to be picking you up from there. That's just congestion. It's a no-brainer. You can see it. That's what is happening. You have a market and car parks, and we are going to clear them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to clear them, and we're starting that now. And we're going to clear them from those areas. If we can clear these people from our the junctions, that alone will improve a lot of congestion issues. That's the starting point. And again, driver behavior is just another thing. Now, getting petrol stations next to intersections is not a problem. The petrol stations are there to provide a service. But so long as we control those entrances and exits to those petrol stations, that again is a problem. Like the Star Service station has got multiple entries and exits. As you can see, if you go there today, we're blocking some of those exits so that we can control entry and exits onto those garages. So this is the thing. No doubt, there is a lot of congestion there. But this congestion, as I said to you, is created by ourselves sometimes. We need to sometimes take responsibility ourselves as Gambians to say, look, this doesn't work. And how many times have they cleared them at this roundabout? And they keep coming, they keep coming. You cannot, this is not a market, it's a public highway. People need to understand that. A public highway has a right of way, which they call the right of way for vehicular use, and also people, pedestrians, using the road. People use the footways, the cycleways and stuff. But again, they're using it as a market. In fact, today when we went there, some of the pictures we collected, people were dumping things in the drains. I mean, what is this? Where is the love of country here? So there is responsibility on the people as well to ensure these spaces are used for what they are built for. And this is the problem. This is the problem. And I'm telling you, there are people using the roundabout just to pick people up. Coming from the Senegambia, and all the taxis are coming to the roundabout. They're not using the flyover, but their actually destination is not the turntable. It's beyond the Yundums, the Sukutas, the Brikamas. That's the destination. But they're coming to the roundabout only to pick passengers, and the passengers are standing there to wait for them to pick them up. It's evident everywhere. If that happens, it will not work. But what can NRA do?
Is this a design flaws?
No, it's not design.
Because for example,
it's behavior. It's a behavior issue. I've just explained it. We've provided a flyover. It's for through traffic. For God's sake, if you take passengers, go on the flyover. Just as you go past the flyover, there is a lay-by on the right-hand side, just after the flyover. Pick your passengers from there if you want to. That's where passengers should be standing, not at the roundabout.
In fact, as my MD rightly mentioned, I have proof of this in my.
Well, there are a lot of videos.
This afternoon, honestly, I have photos of drivers taking passengers right at the side of the overpass, and this is what is creating congestion at the roundabout. And secondly, look, the Star Petrol Station at the corner there.
Yeah.
Normally, what they do, they come up to La Parisienne, take the diversion, come up to the petrol station, try to take a U-turn back to the roundabout. So in doing that, they're blocking the traffic coming from the roundabout heading towards Taipei. I have a proof of this in my phone. Honestly, I live at proof, but I use this roundabout every morning when I come to work. Even this morning, honestly, the police officer was, normally what they do, they will come on the right-hand side from Tanje, and all of a sudden they will take the left-hand side, go up to somewhere around Medicare, want to come back again and join the, I mean, all this is creating traffic jam.
I can assure you, Fatou, I mean, the problem we have, the majority of the problem we have is driver behavior. And again, that comes again to the roundabout use, which I think I want to make clear here. I'm not sure now, Fatou, we're speaking in English, and I said this same thing at West Coast Radio yesterday.
I think we should do local language.
The thing is, I very much, because our drivers are not all literate.
Yeah, I think we should.
So we need to be able to explain ourselves in our local languages. I can talk in Mandinga, because I'm a Mandinga, and I can talk in full and in Wolof. My wife is a Fuller, but unfortunately, I can hear all they say, but
I think
I'm not, because I'm not fluent.
Because, akumata bake kanying kachaka, because Mojama coming to the show, a lot of people, even Lamin Cham, send me questions because we all see the traffic lights. For example, Banjul Mo highway, but exit Jamal Labie. Exit Jamal Labie. Even if you go to in major countries, cities also, highway buka commercially centered areas to back. For example, so jang Senegambia, kabo Senegambia kana burusubi. Business o min bebe nyinsilo fulul kang. Ni kota Senegambe for Brusubi, ima exit soto kata the other side. Number one, business all min baby o silolka. Literally bo business all fakan. Number one. Number 2, ninte kabo nang Senegambia. Nyanta nala ninte kabo nang naturally ninte kana nkabo bundu ne kana na office. Now nkana ni nko masilo la nga finti ni Q City ko malaja. Ninara Q City there was an exit me cross la nanja. Now saying I have to go all the way to Senegambia nganana ngatona. So mol mini alonko ibebe nyin silado kan on the opposite. Ni lafta nala nang purkati la suol ko ne jita do ko la ware ye hajos to ni side dola. They are forced to come all the way to Brusubi. Ani modol mini alonko wol kata tanje, minu kata airport, minu kata Sanyang. Instead of ntol jamal minu kata jangana jamma fongola, mo nyanta jila nyin sila do kay be are forced to come. Be kata beng Brusubi turntable. Nim benta je motor kasiaje. Nga gali scenario explain ko taxi tiyo la nim firlal wol fana mbebje. Often mukuleti. But I think the major bulk is moto min be kanano min karaje saying wobu kanano because sila jidula te sila bela side la. So womu issue leti. And then I'm thinking nyin sila ba sifa hanna bekela exit killing would have helped to ease traffic because man fendo ja hanna le mune clear nyin siloka taxi botaje min batina moto min be kanana. Especially around this time, ni jita 4, banjunun kolbe jita, molbe say kanang, mutol beka force le kana karakilina, mobuka jisila kan either sides. Nobody gets off. So iba yako traffic ko wala ka congest Brusubi turntable. Moja ma believe the wall. So it be me explain ka wolong ko motol woka wo mimbe okos kan wolong ninti bari moja ma bafala hani. It's more of ala planning because being alone ne ko Brusubi turntable o mo beka be wallet. But nesi loje fango kabo ala fengo nyinto bridge ombe santo ani isansero tema silo mimbije natra nunga fanuta bake nung adivieta nung ibaje loko abes liwe do dila nung molin kata Brusubi ani fanang Gam Petroleum House natra nu wala femso bala nunga lafata nung deviation dobe nunje ay space gena warandi den ibaje loko wobe space dila traffic o gena ay ni jino demande but abuke ni jino because motol be kana karakil na ni silo ni fana mobe so wo mu fenne ti melanko brillo koto mobe katara tenti nyoko na je so I don't see how firlal ko affect because firlal be silo leka anin taxi tiol be silo leka bari motol min be kana katara na kri nyobara sometimes kun ko nga video ko bari you don't even see taxis all you see is private businesses people coming from work from different areas they are all stuck there. So, wolong fenko ti lafte clarification on atimi.
Yeah, banyin diang women ke kanjang nga ke angalel so nga nyi explain
about
once na pumani kan wala fana because kun taranu West Coast Radio National Roads Authority and ngolo fonun ko really nyanta yinkela local languages pour mo fana sa moy men yalon ko bankaran karuna problem mo jama mu drive wol de ko lete and drive wol taxi driver especially ninga ke local languages na be fana nafala so for the coming for yes to nya bi jere demanding but so fana explain ye mo ba caring ko nga explain you na mean in English the problem mo so in Brusubi turntable is that nga martial so je wala the reality is martial and also nga car park so je because ni mi kata tanje there is a car park there King Baker dal ni kata suguta ma fon la fanang on the right hand side taxi le bije taxi parks bije so far remember problem to be roundabout fon operate nyaming is a less circulatory lane which is need nang roundabout kono it was circulate kan ka wole circulatory lane and aka finti dulal men na e kala fo le ko receiving lanes yaje mayat ne ka ko mbeka buda laki ne buka tamino nyola e ka fo don taxi nyol man roundabout kono yes man roundabout kono but exits nyolo receiving lanes e ko le block near wall block it doesn't matter how efficient ila roundabout operate la nyama a finti dulalu near wall block ta moto tale but la roundabout le kono so the exit nyolo e ko le block for example suguta nibita towards suguta nibina ka roundabout approach kan nibina kan one lane yalo one lane full be single lane two way Nita bina kan roundabout walling. Two lanes are wato jama. They are blocking the exit from the roundabout. So nobody is exiting the roundabout. This is the problem. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to explain.
Yes.
The receiving lanes of the roundabout, ikawole block. If those things are blocked, amamata roundabout operator nyame and that better than nyawonya, ita fintila no. because your exits are blocked. And the dominant movement in this one is Sukuta Tanje. New all block, roundabout more taxation. And the second point is people don't understand the roundabout use nyami nyimbanko kang. Roundabout is simple, it's a junction. So niba approach leba jala walenya. Janita didn't about driving, we approach a junction, we give priority to traffic on the left. If you are approaching the roundabout for neighbor approaching, it doesn't matter whether you come on the priority road, which is the Battle Harding Highway. It's bigger road, isn't it? 6 lanes as well.
Yes.
You know they have 1 lane. Roundabout doesn't operate that way. It doesn't mean that you are coming from a 3-lane roundabout, a 3-lane road, which is 3 lanes, and you are approaching a roundabout, and approach lanes that are coming are 1 lane. No. You all stop. The rule of the roundabout is if you approach it from any direction, you stop. It's like a law. Many roundabout and they started circulating, but move can. They have priority. They can move. I can move in the roundabout 10 times if I want, but you all stop at your junctions, approach junction. Even though the lane is 1 or 2 lanes, I still have priority. That's the rule of a roundabout. The person who member roundabout kono about move can. You people approaching the roundabout must stop and give way to that traffic until he decides to leave. Then you go in. So you approach it and somebody is coming from your left in the roundabout and he's already in the roundabout. Aba roundabout kono already. Ita kaluole. Aba mati botan dami. Ni roundabout approach dong ye moja kabana on the left akadana and he's still in the roundabout. He had to stop that. The person in the roundabout also may along kabasa kuliet kang. Natra mantra findi kang. He should signal that he's going around the roundabout. If he's exiting, he signals on the other side. Then the person who is standing on the leg abadam to work enters because you've signaled to go out. That's the way you use the roundabout. So nka fanya mani kama wala mnyindiko ni roundabout kono already idunta kono foka pare. Momo kana from any direction. Hana ata boda nyi silabale ka mela ko lane sabale bije. Amanke ko atale priority because aboda silabale ka no. Nimo, for example, Senegambia. Senegambia is single lane from one direction. The other one going to Kuloli is also 1 lane. Nimo batna water anatna abnakan. Mo kabonang, for example, the better example is Nimo kabonang from the Banjul end come to Senegambia. Along 3 lanes somewhere. Yes. Abinakan. But more batna from Kuloli, for example, under roundabout on foka pare. Aba circulate kan. Niaja buta ali lane to raba roundabout kono dong it stop lane hana riba 3 lane kono it stop lane completely and allow him to use the roundabout until he exits where he wants to exit. So wole mu roundabout katamo lenya so mboka ni mo len ko waxe roundabout ni mo do he bax na ñu leral ko fini roundabout nekud ne ya ngi joge ci Banjul Serekunda Banjul highway from Senegal nga ngi from Banjul going towards Senegal, I approach the roundabout. Yangi ñew in 3 lanes. Nga fogné because yow yangi joggé Banjul and 3 lanes la. Ku joggé Senegambia o ku joggé Kolo yi duga ci roundabout bi, yow da nga wara continuer because loolu la def. Ñom suñu joggé Banjul rek because 3 lanes rek ñu ngi approach roundabout they just enter it. Du ñew set fen roundabout na mom dafa am loi ni mo doxé. And loi bi changeut. Loi bi is still the same in the Gambia. Loi fi so approach any junction da nga wara taxaw nga jox priority to traffic bo xamne mu ngay ñëw from your left. Loolu la doxé. Roundabout also is the same. It doesn't matter whether you come from the 3 lanes or yaa ngi jógee ci benn lane yow da nga war a stop. Ku nekk ci roundabout nga bàyyi ko mu dem ci roundabout bi ba mu jël decision am fu moo dem. That is a big problem on our roundabouts at the moment. And it's not only nekkul ne driver yi rek ñooy problem. Police itam understanding ko that much. So ñu ngi dimbale ni mu waree they are trying their best. But I can assure people also lu may na wax itam nga moom fa mool we have a massive campaign that is coming on the NRA. Kamol educate.
That's what I was going to come on.
Yes, Kamol educate. No, we are on it. We started. And it's coming very soon. This is going to be massive, Fatou. And it's going to involve all of you also as media houses to come to support us because we alone cannot do it. We've started having people to come to NRA, advocates in the society for safety, and they are very enthusiastic. Lafta wala encourage la, ka findis na mol kanke karandi road safety la. Was small man yin silo ma understanding how use nyadi. For example, the lanes you'll find on in the inner lane is for fast traffic. But it can't get a truck holu, boss holu, in the inner lane, while they should be in the outer lane. So we'll be a problem on the Fatou. And then also coming from phase 3 kananani. of Battle Harding Highway, where we'll be looking at all these intersections again. And it can mean for them, for example, Bijilo Junction. It might be open, but when it opens, it has to be studied and done in a proper way. Ideally as a safe junction. Because Abanu Nyaming before, you can see Abanyaming. Lots of accidents, Secretary. Because it was not, Amambang, as I said, means slow Mambang follow. Molma will understand. We've opened it, but Amambang follow. So, Yemunyan fair wrong. Pedestrian crossing places, it be even anande.
So
safe pedestrian crossing.
Lieutenant Diamond for Wolom, there's no bypass at the Sukuta Jaban Junction. Even the traffic boss, I remember King Koli, Kabring Astojang with members of the NRA, there was something that he raised as a traffic person. You know, I observed, like, he thinks that is something that you need to look at. And a lot of people also raise concern. I saw an article that was written by one of our commentary friend called Dr. Gajgo. He also raised that. So many other people, because I remember Kabering Lumina, traffic block. I sent my team to go look at the area and just, you know, we need to create conversations around this so people can understand and also start saying, oh, I'm dealing with I'm many experience. So when we wrote that, when we put that video out, Twitter, within minutes, it was like thousands of views, and everybody started saying, oh, this is what we also experienced coming from, I'm on the traffic for 1 hour plus. So that started the conversation. Now, the Sukuta Jabang Johnson, this is a very important area. Why munana design or nyimma bypass create no woma font?
So, I'll give you one chance, but just 1 minute, and then you can buttress in. So, do you go bypass, if a flyover line?
Overpass, sorry.
Overpass, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Overpass,
the thing is, when you deal with traffic volumes and traffic studies, junction design world, operational performance of a road junction. So, if the studies are done to show that the junction can work as it is, and then obviously we are experiencing problems in it. People, there are alternatives that you could take. People are not taking that now, for now. But obviously, slow for understand is that the OIC, I know you are aware of this, are building 50-kilometer roads in the urban area. Well, 50-kilometer roads, there are a lot of connections to these roads. For example, an example, there are science and or even Brusubi, Bruford. Really, you don't need to turn right at the roundabout. You don't need to use the roundabout at all. And you don't need to turn right at the roundabout. You just come, use the flyover. And there is a road building connecting to Battle Harding from the 50-kilometer roads, which is, you can find the P9. That's what we call it in terms of a project name. But still them. Okay. Nina, logics BJ saying, logics build J. Okay. Yes, imagine, still remember BJ. That road P9. What could have for Ghana town? Well, this is thing. So this means what na sign back for because the platform on so that not a platform or use as an opportunity to come more for educate. And as I said, Fatou, thank you very much for inviting me. And to from when even come Bandila, then you plans for media houses. And then sensitize people on this. But coming off for last week, West Coast invite. There are more invitations coming, which we welcome because but it's good so that alone, I'm solving the problem of the Sukuta Junction in terms of even the right turns to Bruford. All of them, just go to Senegambia and come on the flyover. You can take the first exit for Brusubi, many live in Brusubi. If you take the first right from the flyover, when you fly over, you are into Brusubi. Anywhere you can go to Brusubi. Then, even if you miss that, go to the next one. That's the Willinkama Junction, where Logics is. You turn right, you are in Tanje P9 Akatale. Tanje, Bruford, or Dalalbe, you can access them. And bypass all of these trouble areas here. It's there already, it's built. So 150 kilometers was there, and there are more of this. There's another one in Bijilo. Same thing that's being built in Diamond Closing. That road goes to connect to Sukuta Road. That is also part of the 50-kilometer roads as part of this OIC. So Nimolio Belong start to work out these alternative routes in terms of where they can come from and go to in the shortest possible time. You probably maybe create Kanyang or Tara. But as I said, you to assure viewers, we are studying accessibility also as a phase 3. Okay, I come to the service roads also.
Yeah.
So, but side door, you don't necessarily need to use the battle hardy. You can use the service roads. For example, you take a lot for all in Bijilo, you work on the Senegambia.
Yeah.
If you come to Senegambia roundabout, go through Senegambia and even at Nanje, across it at Bijilo. From Bijilo, there are connecting roads there. Again, under the connecting roads. For Sukuta, that road is at the P13 under the 50-kilometer roads. Roads names your limit. So that's the road also. So instead of taking the battle harding, that will connect you to Bijilo and anywhere you want to go in Bijilo as an alternative road. It's not as fast as battle harding, but again, the purpose of battle harding is not for local traffic in terms of movements. You understand? You have movements, you use the local roads. And these service roads are meant to on battle harding, which are these
laterite roads.
Laterite roads, you remember, either side. They are meant to serve a purpose. And these are the things that serve residential and commercial properties coming for. Okay, I'm on bill sign, and you can see it's laterite.
So, for example,
but it's going to be phase 3 also, we're thinking. Put a call for them bill.
So, for example, somebody Ming left access to businesses like Alvias, PKF, and others on this side of the road.
On which side? Niba wala Senegambia on the right hand side.
Niba Senegambia on your right.
On your right hand side.
But it be on the left.
It on the left side.
There's no exit. How do you sila lebije mi alonko ibe access to on this side of the road? For example, you can jamma phone. Like when I was, for example, nte ninkabo ninka bola kunda mafonga nata ni sukuta koma silola sila jumale be access deal until on this side coming to either Kerr Fatou or PKF or Alhagie or La Parisienne, all these business on this road.
Yeah, but at the moment, sorry.
At the moment, yeah.
It's a main cannot like in that for Janatondi, Koka for Kada, Fintin Diamond Atondi, sorry, Mohamed Ja, Aleka Canal Johnson. So crossing the latije at the moment because open come begin ekid begin sign over password tatula okundi wonya because amam kwai problem because motor name bro ni speed link kana ka go over password kan so wala na je close so ibina later for Senegambia because MDA for nyami ka bo ton table kala 10 kilometers 4 kilometers rather 5 minutes drive
less than that
3
less than that.
Yeah. I mean, coming is not the problem, but is the turnaround.
Yeah, at the intersection.
At the intersection, all an issue.
Yeah, roundabout
the traffic or for example, I remember doing a video myself. I got off here going to Senegal. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing that ever happened for the Gambia. This and I put it on Facebook, and everyone was like, really, I like 5 minutes. I'm at Senegal from my office. 3-4 minutes. Yeah. I was there. And it was smooth, and intersectional video, what Alman but now, coming from Senegambia to here is still very fast, the same speed. Now, Mimu problem was in Nintabotan Senegambia, left a tala, Bijilo, Nima Fandola. Not time we big gain from Senegambia to Jang, Gabe lose plus an extra hour in this intersection. How can we solve that now? That is the issue.
No call of waiting. So when you make a consign, you may experience call of waiting. Like ninga nyingara school bondi nyum lalo.
Okay.
Nga wafir lal bondi je. Fadu wal big problem there. Mol bondi je. Nga nyim garage hole. Nga mesro either side. Nyim taxi station mesro nga be clear. Then nga make sure for na motor tala and then motor drop off like at the roundabout. Fadu they are doing it at the roundabout now. Some taxis are even stopping at the roundabout and picking up. Yeah. At the roundabout in the circulatory lanes coming for them, more pick up. But we have pickups at either side of this interchange. If we can get those things out, Fatu, and make sure people are in designated places, pick up and then drop off on either side of the round interchange, the flyover. Fatu, it will solve a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So don't have to try to follow, call Jube, how those will improve things. And the roundabout itself also, we're looking at it in terms of what modifications we can do. And in fact, the team is here from tomorrow called Fanan Jube. So we'll be able to Jube can never. These things, when they happen, problem will problem. When can you for example, alternative thing coming for accessing Bruce Bay. Nimo Bay from Soma. You can have Bruce Bay, go use the flyover, turn right. You can have 10-year Bruce, use the flyover, second exit. Take that. and you are free to go to Bruceby anywhere. Anywhere. What that madam will solve a lot of these problems. And again, when you are coming, you want to go to Sukuta. Even I can fly or ever roundabout. There are a lot of exits before you fly roundabout. To go to Sukuta, you go through phase one. Bruceby phase 1, is it? Phase 2. Phase 1. Yeah, you go through phase 2, and there are connections to Sukuta. But people, the problem in Momenti is people the comfort zones in your movement in terms of traveling from A to B. People have to rewire their mindset to look at alternatives in terms of the journeys that they are making. Very important about it. But a road like this, what we don't want, Fatou, and I'm sure Gamin will be at Laflawala, we don't want another Westfield to Brikama thing. Because you can see that doesn't work. And also the other thing we have to realize also, there is what they call induced traffic. Yeah? And that has always been something that could happen. So it's not even traffic game forecast to abinin silo usla. Because in silo prior saying, you'll discover that a lot of traffic in the Westfield Brikama have diverted here. And wofana mafan some problem until that also settles. Because the thing is, nimang any gain in terms of your travel time from A to B, switching your route. Yeah, there's a law in transport planning. Yeah. It's called Wardrop's theory. Many transportation planning will understand what I'm talking about. Okay. There is this equilibrium in terms of traffic movements. So as a user, don't perceive any benefits moving from A to B. You'll switch your routes. That is a natural law of traffic distribution. So you switch your routes. So normally I realize congestion, they start thinking about alternative routes. And maybe for traffic from the Westfield to Brikama, who have come here as induced traffic, sooner or later realize that if their journeys from A to B is not improving, will return to where they are. But simply by doing this choice in terms of movement and kind of alternatives for a thing, people can use their journeys more efficiently and gain time rather than getting caught in these 20 will problem create can thing. And 20 will problem and car waiting. You more 20 will use properly. Conquer describe hopefully that will also improve because at the moment it's not working. But it's driver behavior. Most of these issues in terms of accidents and congestion and things, yes, poor design is very limited in terms of what it does in terms of these type of things. Yeah? The planning is important for them. No doubt about it. You need to go through the planning. You need to do your traffic volumes. You need to do your traffic studies. Will be important for building an infrastructure like this. But when these teething problems occur, we need to then sit back and study it. Come NRA and start go through the roundabout. We spent about an hour there. We actually did traffic counts again on it and observed the movements. And so it's ongoing still. But what we are beginning to see is that people are using this roundabout to pick up and drop off people. And it's causing problems as well.
So the other thing also, me alonko molia race if I follow driver behavior mola manual on the silo, and because no crossi jele, wouldn't it be right before a silo yele fully to have markings on the road? Because nin silo come here for nyami ni non sinya follow tin be sila si fa fotoka. Nimol are really not even aware because right now ebe silo do for diversion or molo. But secondly, just when I was coming to Gambia, taxi driver ni moto do nyal, like there was going to be a big accident because taxi driver crossed the moto do nyato because there's no marking. And these roads are basically they're open and there's no marking there. And yes, I do know silo mampare. That is something, but safety should have been factored in before silo yellow fully. At least markings will need to provide like a more guide, considering ko more manin silo will understand back. So is that not the reason why an accident no JBCR police only are follow ko silo le in Sainte Matameta over 15 accidents le me along Costa Siloka. Why is it that we don't have markings on any of these roads as we speak?
I have the answer, but I'll let.
But marking the Kelan and Kona MDF when yamming, Silo Mampare, because they battle hadn't highway crossing. Yant 2 layers of asphalt, all 2 layers. For the first time, those look in Bangkok. Because many asphalt roads will be able to many be in Bangkok. near be check them 5 centimeter thick asphalt lead. Or battle hadn't become 10 centimeter thick lead. So first layer, the whole Sabakam follow. Near check from Airport Johnson, now Kumasle ning second layer can another 5 making 10 centimeter of asphalt. So road marking tekala no niwo second layer mang complete. Kunda MDA for nyaming silo mang pare. So left drive or then when they silo use can prove pesa long ko silo mang pare so nga dumang. Yo contractor sa jeke yira na preta sa fono la ko besilo min do bukan amang pare batu nga soro mole muru drive so no kan ko tan. Apina kala nye kole akoldi. Wala dina mu besilo use kan be nyanta lon la ko silo mang pare nga use o nyama. No? Because marking tekala no follow for second layer be yeba. So contractor la plan momenti bawo second layer kumasi airport Johnson binakam sign a second layer la one side another la from for side Jackton the Sukuta Jaban Johnson, that is left hand side, right hand side for around Itambita General Domanda on Ralville Farm binakam. So as soon as go pareta none for Senegambia because Siloning are divided into 2 phases. First phase start from Airport Johnson to Senegambia, that's 14 kilometers. Ibajala nina photo by end of March or beginning of April, the painting started. Behind near Corosifam at the moment, Ibajala ko ya start like a side slope sunal kuntu. Katandi ko silo bina pare kame. Konya tata silo be doku kan daw da tata ya tare be side slope sunal kuntu kan. Sama silo kan is almost coming to complete now. Yeah. So ni pareta wala mas like road furniture to poto all road painting ti anen ka sign board lo silo kan katanding wala na check from sign board from ke follow all the kala no possible pare for man la second layer ni pare olom problem abe paint la le but possible se pare follow yeah first pare and that's going to be around end of March towards beginning of April according to contractual plan. So janni wo tema be le nyantang hakilo tula nyanta lon be silo use la nyami. Yeah, because kona India be nying silo manke silo lo mi alon ko nene man tele en soto jam. And it is the first time. So model ni standard correct. They become excited.
Yeah.
And silo tambita wale driving from Nepal one has to be very very careful. Sa ko nyi be nyami. So from basic hakil tulati na hakilo to katandi ko karje ko silo man pare so nga domando. And ko nyi fa nyami ni ka po Senegambia ikata burfu o tanje o kombo sawt ma fa la amon jere futa ton tebuloto e gonte sa ni mota office gara fo quality kitchen Johnson oto no duma silota rek afinti ja ton de jim petrol se sono biya orex surtout burfu limbina do ko la say nana tut fa mo chenjile from na house kata ulin kamala ta P9 ko la ta rek ngana fo ja ton de force Johnson burfu bi straight ton tebulo. So fon salon silo fon tat saje ko silo mampare adu katandi molla ko sila do alternative ñol fanam bi jere mol se be use no jela pour futela dulal to quickly.
Yeah, you on the markings yeah kumayata kumuli ya understand when ye munyamfe. Yeah. Kaya fu nyamin dong ngal nako asphalt molta understand bare wole mu femfi ngoti ikame mano ikame nje silo. So mano nyim fana ay layer flood soto kaka explain nyami so ni layer kilingolo biye saying sila jam ya start like a layer flow ke from airport but ni marking ke ni wala nyim fen koyolti silo kam pour que standi mo wala yenta bor la blamento ni na second layer ke je mano ka kan ko renge abobe ma balale ya lo muti nyarol di fana no mande. Yeah. So wala ni yembu nyam fe don kaya me fo nyami ma bi March April ba ja ko parele ba nyin line e ba in line ol keleje. But for now, we have to imagine silo use la ngata na lento ngagal len changes ke bake fo janni wo bakela ngal ni ko we were at one point fana nin contract lo badiam kan for temporary markings fa sa kan o jela fana bro fana hana o fana ke je o fana han kabi wandu kunnale ya wan sana ni na ta second layer ka kan so bol diamol ke kan na ba ke kan na saying so ye munyam fe ron ko alaji ya funyami science yul fana ni ajube science no ni ajube ni wato kono there are speed limit signs will be there 50 kilometer signs will keje on this pedestrians crossing also ni India realize ni wato kono wala fana bijele so no advice pour yol keje pour ka tane mo la ko do fana silo ni ama yele follow so I use no with high speed So my speed control come with some science nga kaya pumo liaro no ko nyine male speed for now, temporary speed. For jada imayala and then mulka cross time nga crossing nga science yo kaya karana ko dal bufta la wota ali al hakiloto. So niko far don wahere malon fo juma fo far it mo fa jema sura so na bang bon ngame na sura
this is very important
na sura la moy lal fa na nyanta wolon na jere ko inka ko men fo luño wa fini moy yefi road markings lu ñoy white line ñu nga gis fofu non pour wonen ñi ban leen nga wara jël comme niko Alhagie Darboe waxe ñu ngi jagar yoon bi fu mu nekk nii jeexangul benn tey di taamaak buñ def foofu noonu mooy lu ñuul lu nga dee gis yoon bi benn lee lañ defangum fu mu nekk nii so suñ fa defee white line now and ñu war a ñëw pour teg another layer si kaw loolu dafa ba white line bi so du am njëriñ that much so fu mu nekk nii dañoo wax ne ngeen muñal ñu tuuti rek be March April inshallah white lining yi nañ door parce que the second layer of the lu ñuul li lu ñoo dooree from the airport doon nañ ko def fu mu nekk nii so as the project engineer said by time ñuy wax March April the first phase mooy ba Sénégal bi boobu na jeex so nañ am line boo xam ne nañ def di white lining foofu pour won nit ñi fu ñoo dox xam naa di nga am questions about fu nit di crossé
yes
you know and so ma wax si loolu itam fu nit di jaar di cross yoon bi parce que loolu itam lu am solo la and a lot of am na accident yu xew involving ñoo xam ne ñu ngi dox yoon bi su jeexee dina am nga mun a crossé and doo mun a cross fu nekk so dinañ am barriers boo xam ne dina nekk throughout the length of the yoon bi barrière boo xam ne la allow nga cross fu la nee so di nga cross at a designated place bu ñoo am bu nga crossé foofu rek nga mën a cross te foofu noonu dina am crossing bi niñ ko defee dafa ekkati ko si kaw tuuti fu nga xam ne ñoo xam ne itam mënuñoo dox di disabled people o ñoo xam ne seen dox dafa yéex ak ñoo xam ne dañ mag ak yooyu yëpp nañ ko def dañ ko rees su ko defee ñu mën a dox and cross safely ba pare moto yi su ñoo ñëw to that crossing point am na ay design yu ñu def boo xam ne na wàññi speed bi and dina am some flashes and some lights itam si guddi pour wane leen ne nit ñi ñoo fi dee cross so yooyu nag at designated places la for example in Mariama Kunda Johnson for example nañ am crossing bu mel noonu waaye loolu crossing boobu noonu is a temporary crossing so nekkul ne permanent crossing la waaye in phase 3 bu ñoo xalaat pour Batil Harding Highway dañoo xalaat pour am crossing points yoo xam ne footbridge laa nekk fon xam ne doo cross si fu moto yi di nekk yow yaa moto yi beneen level ngeen a nekk yow da nga nekk si kaw si footbridge peut-être moto yi nekk si suuf loolu mooy the intention for the third phase and ñu ngi koo xalaat fu mu nekk nii ñu ngi koo waxtaan ak suñ partners yi and suñ funding agency and government also.
Phase 1 and 2.
No, that's phase 3. But phase 3 is coming. It's coming, and we're talking about it now. And it's not just like going to be a long time. We want to do it in the shortest possible time. Those discussions are ongoing, and we have a lot of hope that will kick in very soon. And that involves the pedestrian footbridges. It involves the service roads we're talking about. And it talks about this connectivity. Do we need to open up more access points? More junctions, but junctions in a safe manner, and which includes even the place you were talking about, Sukuta Jabang, in terms of what do we do to that. Is improving? You know, the thing is also, Far, you can improve a roundabout to increase the capacity. So you can signalize it. That's the next level. So you don't necessarily need to have a flyover. You can go to the next level of capacity, which is signalizing the roundabout. So lolu moy signalizing nga def signals roundabout. Loolu itam def day increase capacity roundabout without necessarily having a flyover. Waaye yooyu yëpp si study bi laa nekk. So nga même fote man ka ngola ko renki nga ko faru bañi ni kala wala nan dun taje. Wala mu ka cross mun do. Because nga jiki atol mo jamal saya kala mota crossing the 6 lanes woro. Pour ko cross ani mutol ba bor la with a lot of speed o man koy. So mfana nga wolonde. But ni nyin silo banta ba barrier lo sotla. On either side, the whole length of the thing, whereby multi cross da diate. So ni wakata drive will fana bukalo multi cross damming. So multi cross are designated places So what designated place wala mo nyim itani cross la jandron yi sakeno world. So na te botun nan dawo de ba tamala la fo woto ye crossing ke woto. Ni ba crossing na woto fana mol so mol me yalon ko e ba tamano bede ke baata dindingol be bunu ngol be consider so ba design la in such a way that wol fana ba easily bunne pour kawke. And dum fana ni ba kala fana aba safe la fana wala ma ba koyla pour yake ka dum motol men binana kana wo crossing point do. Yeah. After like slow down. So the design will be such that it will avoid slow down na le pour ni binana alen sudo fana abe won na le ko kana wo la sifa le wading pour yele speed tala. So it's like almost cross no safely would lado. So nkola funu drone sura kan wala angay kan.
So when you look at the entire project in Siloning phase 3 outside, muntumale yamira nyindo ko bebe parela pro kaje ko saying so jikino ko traffic ko betalale of course Marseille tabola jane. Of course, Operation Clear the Roads, Mane Nalamol will handle that, I guess, right? But as we speak right now, traffic on Imbijel. As we speak, more sensitization because the truth is a lot of us don't know about all these diversions you were talking about. As we speak, a lot of us don't know about all the secondary roads, even the usage of the road. Accident over Siakang because model miracle just the normal slow leto. But what is the timeline? When are we looking at Kafuko? At least phase 1 and 2 completely silola marking soul for security reasons and then also there will be some
2024 August contract or contractor ya nyame tumando pato fama ate osila ibe doko nyimbe fa na or original contract ko nga fo nyame janni doko dole la fa kan nyanta banna end of March 2024 bar ngay doko dol min la fa additional works don ba sambala for August 2024 additional 5 months don ba sambala for August 2024
so the I mean for the couple all that because what the program thing. But in terms of the traffic congestion, you come for as I said, ball jube can. So stages them. So ninga yung cool be clear thing among and then also more educated because the thing is the next stage is public awareness and education. That's going to be a big one. Yeah. I can assure you that. Yeah. And it's not going to be just Kanajang TV because at all, for example, all the social media platform more than some TV show. Yeah. So TV ba involved at all involved then social media ba involved and actually and radios and also what we want to do is meet the people in their communities. So this is a big thing. We are discussing this with the police, by involved the transport union, BLA, OIC Secretariat, BLA. So we discussing of course, and there are a lot of advocates in terms of road safety sign. And this is refreshing. Yeah. They've come to us, they presented. You can see how passionate they are. We're going to engage them. This is a community engagement, collaboration them. Yeah. And we're going to go into the communities and actually educate people on how to use these roads safely. And we'll have benchmarking exercises like road safety sign at the standard Banyami model, how many accidents go on. When we start sensitizing and educating people, I will reduce with time. So the public education and awareness is a massive exercise, and that's going to bring into this thing about the alternative routes available. So with these 50-kilometer roads in Banta, it will complement Battle Harding a lot in terms of pressure. Because these roads are going to also tarmac. If I'm let many along go, Manasilo and new Manasilo in the local environment, and they are on both sides of Battle Harding. So the over traffic distributed a lot. It will complement Battle Harding. But what Malafila Menkela, this is a short-term pain for long-term gain. So if we open up Battle Harding, I come for Johnson, come for delay them one, and there's a safety concern as well. Because any junction near Yele is a potential source of conflict and accident. So what I'm problem with it. And the typical example I'm for Molla. So Prikama Westfield. What am I doing? Ninko Battle Harding for a BL Lawanya. it's going to be another road soon. Because this road is meant for me coming from my home. I want to go to the airport, for example. I zoom in, I'm at the airport at X amount of time, rather than going through Westfield, Brikama. You understand? It's not meant for local traffic drone. As I said to you, local traffic can also use it, but they have a lot of alternative routes that they can take. And more or less slowly, of course, about slower demanding sometimes for some people, but for some people it's quite fast. So I depend on dami. But to go to the roundabouts and come, roundabouts look at Senegambia. Around the roundabout is all car parking everywhere. More parking lot, taxi well, you also in a roundabout at the Tamala. A roundabout is supposed to be a 4-arm roundabout. Now is what in Senegambia.
And that brings me to this question, the effectiveness of that Operation Clear the Roads. Because Operation Clear the Roads, you see, you can be voted.
But what do you figure out? Because Bakari Mari, Yancho Bortal there. Yancho Bortal.
Honestly, the
concept is, I believe the concept is perfect. The concept is good. I just think it's the planning. For example, there should be plans to relocate them to other areas. I think, I don't know, at a level they cannot do that. That is beyond them. But that's what my concern was. But saying, it only more mean clear in Silo la problem of unity. Taxil nim Marcel nim family. More clear in Dulanton. More video. So what is the use of the operation then? They have to come back again, come more clear again. Then that they're using resources again and again, and then that means it's not. How effective is that operation?
Yeah. So Fadu, if I come to that, you are right. I believe also, and I strongly advocate that also. But I think some of these people also, in all fairness, especially I give a typical example again, is Bakote, where people have been coming into Fenkol. So Ndoku is a partnership. So municipalities will if any rules in terms of this Operation Clear Road. Now, that area, but if I just concentrate on the NRA and the fact that we want our road corridors to be freed up, then concentrate on Toronto and trying to answer a question. A monkey only in terms of freeing the space, what I'm demanding. What it does is, and if you go to Bakote, it's a typical example. People are now able to use the footway, which means, number one, the potential for accidents is reduced. Because they are out of the carriageway being motor kadami to use. So they are using the footways. Yeah. So which is safer for them. The other dimension to that is congestion is reduced. So traffic is moving. Because traffic is not competing space with more mealanko puspusol bebono or more mealanko by time in the carriageway. Because they are all on the sides. That side was occupied by vendors. So this is the thing. It has a problem. It has an effect on reducing traffic congestion. It has a relief on traffic safety, enhancement. So now, you asked me, what is the plan?
Yeah.
We have a plan. We have a plan, and it's called locking in the benefits. So locking in the benefits means they don't come back. Now, how do you do that?
How do you do that?
We're going to install no parking or no vendors coming back along the road. That gives us the legal authority and power to enforce against people who park there illegally. So if they park there, we charge them. If they park there, we tow their vehicles. Okay, so that's the solution. So these vendors that come there, they are doing it. Akarimani and his team have a team now that enforces. So if you come there again, they come and pick you up. The penalty now is higher. And if they continue repeating, and the law will take its course on them. Because part of this is the thing. This is what development calls for love of country. Where is the love of country for this? Where you are illegally doing something, the authorities are coming to say to you, don't do it. We remove you and take you. In fact, now, when they take them off, they name them. So they name and shame. But that is not, if that doesn't work, what else can we do? You and I will not do it because we love this country. Where is their love of country? If we want to develop, people have to love this country. It's simple.
But would you also blame part of this on proper planning, urban plan? Not today, but Kabirin Kunung. For example, most of the structures here come in DB Boykan. These were, some of them were permits, they were lands allocated by physical planning. Me along with permits all the people to build there, or those things happen. And then even some of the women you talk to, when you talk to them, they'll tell you, "Kabintara physical planning or ndara area council all fole, ikonyo concesino jane, ngatika ngana fenko jo yinka dla karele, garas karwe. And people legalize it, from the physical planning to area councils to garages, everybody legalize it for years. So ni wulta lunkilin dron kombe obey bondela. And properly as a nation itself, I remember Kabin Samaketa, Nin Samaketa. Otoleka physical planning je wuli ibita sate ko ne ba fo kanko jamusilo fenke siloti jamusiloti. But where have they been all this? Nitara jabang physical planning would labi allocate. So it's not just the people, it's also the authorities that are allocating these places and also enforcing these laws. So sometimes it's beyond the ordinary folks.
Yeah. Well, again, NRA until a mandate is building roads.
NRA, I think
so I think don't being in the lead also and being NRA. Problem with it. You raise some points on planning and things like that. Planning is always good to plan properly, but again, some of those questions maybe are more directed to physical planning and things. But what I realize is that in some instances, from what I'm hearing from the operations, some people are saying, okay, in Yundum, I remember Mol Yundum, when they came to clear it. And we help them sometimes with the logistics, Operation Clear the Road as NRA, because we are also partners and important shareholders as well. But Cabinet in one of the cleaning, the people themselves that are in the market, they contributed to providing trucks for us or to refuel or whatever. They themselves come in clear. So that shows that they also are supportive of this. So I think generally from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of support for it. No doubt, yes, there could be issues in terms of planning and things like that, but that still doesn't deter from the fact that people should not be on public highway. So if those mistakes are made, it doesn't mean that we have to just abide by them. They still are in land that is not theirs. And some of these people also, they know, I understand, that they are encroaching. But they've been doing this for years and years, and and building the type of sheds they even build on these roads. Sometimes you can see, I don't think they have the property owner's permission from Bukake. But yes, but unfortunately, but again, even Nyancho is NRA, so maybe you should have a session with physical planning and others.
Nyancho defends all of this. But finally, for example, what kind of road network are we looking at if this is ready? Up to phase 3 is ready, plus the OIC 50 meter road network. What are we looking at? What kind of road network are we looking at as a country? And how will it improve our traffic, congestion issues?
Yeah, so as I said to you, I mean, I take this question holistically. So you're asking about when it's finished with our phase 3 also in mind. Because phase 3 so you have the service roads built, first of all. What service roads you'll need built, it answers half of your questions. Because it means all these properties, service road means very single member on the side sign, they become proper roads. Yeah, two-way, single-way, two-way. So in all these businesses come in the footing, they will be served off that road. All the residences will be served off the road and not from this main road. So service road and it's on both sides. So it can sign to go on the left-hand side to go to some commercial properties there, or commercial like restaurants or businesses or whatever. You don't need to come to Battle Harding. You go you drop on the service road and you connect to any of those places that you want. And if you're going back to your home, you don't need to go across the road. You go back, use the service road and go. So service roads you'll need on both sides. That's going to be a huge, huge benefit. In this type of roads, you always have service roads because commercial properties jamana BA and then more the residency, more lives in development. So that will be that's what you'll get, that service road. Then you will get the connection for them because there will be a study. to look at the connectivity. For example, Bijilo will be looked at again in terms of its junction. It can be signalized, it can be a roundabout that is signalized, it can be a flyover, because I've seen those also. It can be a steel bridge above. So we'll be a second one. That format is going to be based on a study, because engineering you have to study it so that it's successful when you build it. So you study the traffic now, you forecast traffic in the future for 20, 30 years, taking into consideration the socio-economic and the demographics. So you need to understand where the demand is coming from.
Yeah.
Typically, for example, TAF is building a city in Gunjur. So the dynamics may no longer be Banjul. It may be TAF city to elsewhere. So people will be coming from there to go to other places. So will be a 4-year check in terms of the effect on, for example, if you open in Bijilo. Because near open roads, we don't build them for 10, 15 years. We build them for lots of years. Yeah. So they should serve the traffic now, and then the traffic for serve for 20, 30, 40 years to come. So those forecasts need to be done in terms of the demographics and a lot of other things. So studies will 4 years. So to answer your question, we'll have the service roads, we'll have this connectivity studied. Yeah. We will have speed enforcement cameras also in it. We'll have pedestrian crossings at a different level with footbridges. So near also a road like this, we are there.
Wow.
But again, to add to that, the 50-kilometer roads will complement Batil Harding. The 50-kilometer roads is 50 kilometers, as we say, and there are some of them connecting onto Batil Harding. So this will give you the alternative routes. For example, from where I live, I don't need to use Batil Harding anymore. I've got a road that is near me on the 50-kilometer roads, which connects to Sukuta, Jabang, and all these places. And if you are in Bursubi, you have lots of roads that connect to Tangier. You don't need to come, or Sukuta, you go to, you go straight on, you go to Sukuta Jabang Road. From there, you connect. There are a lot of roads that take you there. So, but it had a pressure by release. And so a road like I imagine with the service road, full bridges, pedestrian enforcement cameras, more intersection points, but in a safe manner, and it's all studied, then you have the right connect thing. And of course, we have all our lane markings. And again, I talked about this in the press conference, intelligent transport systems, whereby you have these sign gantries with signs in it to tell you where traffic congestion is. For example, if Bursubi is congested, it will tell you Bursubi is congested, exit at Senegambia. So you can imagine that?
Interesting.
That's a transformational, isn't it?
It is.
That's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
I was thinking we were going to have like the autoroute type.
That's what I'm saying. With the signs and the gantries and things.
Yeah, but I was thinking whether we were going to have like an APS kind of route around Senegambia where we have people will be able to pay and just go
okay.
straight without any. I was thinking something. Hopefully, you guys can think about that.
Yeah, but
that way you know, okay, no traffic on this. I'm paying for that service.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can tell you also, government is thinking of that. Yeah. And as you know, our head of state, Ms. Bro, is very enthusiastic about roads. So we're thinking about that in terms of where we have people using that kind of road, toll roads and things. Yeah. We're thinking about it. I'm sure, I mean, with time, inshallah, we'll see those kind of roads also in the country. They are not easy to build and fund, but definitely our eyes are on it.
Okay. Finally, Mr. Darboe, left for the Gambian. I know a lot of people are frustrated. I even see it on the comments. People are model. I understand the development comes with a lot of challenges, but the model for the only model how you frustrated and you can understand. Left for the mole, mini alonko traffic will tonya, especially Senegambian, Jaban Johnson or to a cable and the back. Left for the
Maybe for Barakaba, maybe for la mole, all of Nitico, Kachad Kumas Bilang, and for mole, Kukuta. Challenges can face at the start, but as time goes on, more can matter. I mean, cool bina soniala. Because near check for even Janin Silo from year bill. Corner MDA for Yamala Diamo, traffic data collector. So near check traffic data, never traffic count before Silo Doku. Or traffic count for instance, Somanda, Nila figure check. Pajala ko somanda mo to jamala katanyola. Whatever for maybe 11, 12, number nyinka problem. So na kumasta for mole ji ko tenke ularo, I pick up again. Work ke pick awas noldi. So akalla fa le ko tenke. So mole munyare I mean, it's just a matter of time. Jannim bedalla nyenna. Abe sonyala le. adu la fami fana fana na badi mo yale to buka hanyi santa to de bi kama kol e kana
ali bari bun kol ma bari bun kol fana ko hanya ali tuwe ko nan kol
to ka hanya to ka hanya
la fa bi kama kol ko ni yello ne buka hanyi over pass wala la fami fole wol nyinte ko yesele sampe ta bi kama bo e kana mol de undi duma ino esilo bula free ni bi ta bi kama ni bota sana gambia sele over pass ko kaita bari buka hanyi santo
bi kama kol buka hanyi santo bari sai nintela fasela du nintela fasela nintela fasela brusubi I still cannot figure that out jang ninte kota jan sulata brusubi police lola mbe muna quickest route
okay ni brusubi police abawol
ni bota jang
okay ni tata bialon the thing coming for them peak hours you be so sometimes also people who are not doing the peak commute and you are not necessarily wanting to do the peak commute so they call it peak spreading so if you don't want to use the peak commute and you realize congestion, you change your travel time. So you don't necessarily have to go within the peak time. If you go at any time, it works.
But this is when I close, right?
No, I understand. Sometimes some people cannot do it because they are constrained because of the activity. So you are constrained. But you can also try using the flyover and going to this Sukuta Jabang. That might be free at that time. And you do your U-turn and come. You will not have any problems.
Go all the way to Java.
Sukuta Jabang, and come back, Because if you use the flyover, it's quick. And more for realize for being standing in traffic, you might use more petrol and things like that than just on a flash. And then you go and do your turnaround. It's possible. I'm not saying that happens, but check that because alternatives you can in terms of traffic routing. And I said also peak spreading. You can delay your journey purpose to a time when the traffic is free. Often possible that. People do that in developed countries and things like that. Often bigger killer.
And finally, somebody bunga do comment cake. I go about bungas. What? Finally, left someone for a Gambian only. I'll come coming from Mr. Darboe. Like frustration, so we is something new, and me including. Complaining. I complained seriously. I told my team, you guys need to go to traffic light to Bruce B. 1 hour plus. I cannot even move. My car cannot even move. And it's not just me, it's so many other people. And I know people are frustrated. It's going to take some time before we get to, getting it right. Mune message to Gambia maybe.
No, I mean, the thing is it's a message to drivers, mainly, and people and the attitude, Drive they need to be respect the laws of this country in terms of they need to respect using the roundabout and giving priority to motor me and sakuet can come away. You can do Johnson on straight because no, the roundabout cooperate when you many not in a year sabanje. You have to stop lade. You traffic you roundabout from their left in Marala. New even traffic from Marala. What we need to do roundabout. So what is fundamental? Coming for a fundamental, Marcia Wafirla Alimfiangol, you burn intersectional roundabout road. Johnson Robadami, you budget. Taxis Nolo, Allegaras also, Alta Allegaras will come. Mol me alon ko fane ka taxi ñol use Alta Garas ko aliye batu alita mut raje aliye taje aliye traffic o join. Ni wol keta wadamma and kay may expect and then mol fana nyanda may understand is that kata from A to B 10 sign and was slow quality sign imira alternative route la wala nyindi sila do tiyema memman samala no bang and was sila do wala batariala di neka menke sign so wo munyo fo ngol demanding wol ke ali what travel habits nyol fana na travel nka tama nyami nka traffic use nyami so fana talano dom je juben be fale na nyali ne to improve na time na tamanya because na congestion o kadam lato yalo ka tama ko ngame fo ete drones ni bita tanje sukuta ni bita tanje brew food from Senegambia en problem the main problem ti jang te kam men kana star producer and improve food and men kana brew be you don't need that fly over tar wrong ni tamita fly over the first exit on your right wo kata brew be la be ni fly over tata to the second exit willing kama wo kata la be to bruce bi kata la be to tanje kata la be to brew food and up coastal road everywhere for gunjur dawada wo damma fana ni mo leo advice ta again ni batanan ko jena suguta jaba ma fa wale kana na towards bruce bi ton table you have to suguta There are a lot of exits on the right. Bruce Bile phase 2. And why you don't need to come to the roundabout. But memu problem when tonga men discovered so far no story nyimba ke kanan kabi wala min ko mo jama kana na roundabout le ka molu taje even though bara Senegal be kada jundum le kada Brikama le ko yena duma roy passengers no nyinyi an wo duma je ka ka mun dole roundabout fango I mean dawda men ko marché bi je taxi car park bi je dunia kono atanna tamata dami yeah, well, go ye Johnson also get around about me over Bruce.
Because you are commercial center ward laughing. So you taxi tiolo. It told Franca more people, small vehicle wall to
but Garaso be the Garaso be that Bruce be told you Garas ba Himal. Yeah. It's big, it's huge.
Yeah.
But it use Marseille or Fanang, you better Suguta on the right hand side, Marseille be isn't it?
Yeah.
A big Marseille. But people just it in Mansakunda Mendile, how to drop, you know?
Yeah. Welcome back, Mr. Sanyang. Welcome back, Mr. Now it's important to have this kind of conversation. I hope, we have more of this. Kamol enlightened because Kumayatale, I mean, before we had the show, I had a different perspective. Now, but listening to you guys, I got to understand a little more. And I think so many other people's Mojamal Fanambe Karana Kachan Tole, Akumaya Telepuruka Gambeno Gena Karandi, Kola, Doku Kenya Lile, Abetembe Daniel, and Munatina Fanang, Nim problem Okake. I think new work more killing fly, Fempik J, and then implement that will help to ease. So I hope the NRA try to do more of the sensitization programs across, different areas, if not wrong traffic on this one.
Yeah, thank you very much. Fadou, I take this opportunity to thank you for calling us. You are the first TV station, I think, or, on a platform like this where it's beamed to the world. About safety on these congestion issues on our road network. As I said, we went to West Coast yesterday, but we thank you for this opportunity. When it was extended to our office, we decided we're going to take it, and that's why we are here. I can assure you that we are not late because of the congestion, because it's free flow for us to get here.
I told my team, I'll make sure I tell everybody they're late because
about
of the
this. So we thank you very much, and I hope this is just the beginning, Fatou, of our collaboration, not only with Fatou Radio, Kerr Fatou, but all the media platforms also. So we're coming to you, and as I said to you, we have this massive campaign coming up, and we will definitely consult you again with other media houses. So because we all need to work together. We need to make this work. But Fatou, I think the closing point will be just to say to people, let's love our country. I think this is a lot to do with that also. I think if we do that, all of us love our country, we will see a lot of change.
We'll see a lot of change.
Yeah. But if we don't, we cannot move.
We have to be also law-abiding.
Yes. And that's about loving your country. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Darboe. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanyang. And to the technical team, thank you very much. Until we come your way again. And of course, thank you, Arfang and Nfally, for helping coordinate this show. Until we come your way again next week. Good night to you all. See you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Airport Residency Estate is a gated community located in Old Yundum, proudly developed by Swami India. Perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value, should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one, your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
We are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the So, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward to greater achievements, we are rebranding to reflect who we are today and the future that we inspire. Our new logo has been designed to visually demonstrate our Gambian heritage and the sophisticated nature of the bank. We are moving away from the navy and gold-colored parallelogram-shaped logo to our baobab tree with a rising sun in the background. The striking outline of a baobab tree at sunrise is a familiar sight to anyone who has spent time in the Gambia. Our new logo and visual identity are inspired by our core values and spirit of being a pioneer in providing a unique banking experience. It is a completely new look that better matches the transformation we have made as a company. But we remain your trust bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you our new logo and corporate identity.